I understand that this is a new way of schooling, but it's also a very old way of schooling. You know, in my great-grandfather's day, children's circles of where they could roam were pretty big. By the time my grandfather came around, the circle had become smaller. And then by the time my father came around, it was even smaller. The areas that children were allowed to roam and explore have gotten very small, and you know, we don't let them out of our sights. But here in the forest, we make a big effort to let them feel like they are alone, even though we're always watching. They can make a cubby underneath some trees and feel like they have a fort there where they can explore their own play ideas. And so by giving them that space and allowing them the time to play, they're recovering some of the childhood play that is their right.
Don't worry, we're all going to be hanging out here. You won't get left behind.
Yep, this is awesome. And these are Jace's controls right here.
I believe deeply in place-based, play-based, child-led education, and I think it's becoming more well known that play-based learning is an effective way and the best way for young children to learn.
Okay, and now we're blasting off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! I got the numbers. Stop it. Ah, it's going super fast.
You're so much braver than me.
We're crashing it. We're crashing into the bank in space. The regular brakes are working.
Forest Preschool is a really great model for child education. It takes the outdoor environment with all that it has to offer, and it packages that into a learning experience. Uneven surfaces, animals coming through.
Faith is right, maybe it was a sneaky fox.
Different types of weather. Kids are able to take what the environment presents to them and adapt to it and work with each other to solve problems, to ask questions.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm saying somebody, but now we know what.
A lot of our learning happens based on what's going on. One day it could be sunny and hot, and then the next day we could have a snowstorm, and kids are starting to ask questions. Well, what is snow and why has it changed? And now it's slippery, and how do I take care of my body in this different situation? And so Forest Preschool really gives us an opportunity to really have the children lead their learning. And then we take standards that are developed for New York State and really plug them into what it is that we're doing. There's nothing that is included in the standards for traditional childcare or preschool setting that isn't done here at Lime Hollow. It's just done in a different way.
They were so sharp, and I had to duck and go all the way through. So whatever that animal was could get through the raspberries.
I think it's a loose dog. That was a pet.
We dove into data collection, and we gathered up data for 2 years now to see exactly how our students are learning immersed in nature. What we found was we were good at the things that you would expect play-based education to be good at. The biggest learning areas were curiosity, resilience,
What's the wall? This is the chill out
creativity.
And this is the escape room.
Followed closely behind were all the academics that we were looking for. All the early literacy skills were there.
This one. Oh, this has green on it. This has green.
All the mathematics skills were there.
Hey, but the beak doesn't look the same.
Oh, you're right.
We found that by letting children lead the way, they would pick and choose until they had a very well-rounded educational diet.
Yeah.
There's just so many opportunities to learn. There are so many stimuli, so many questions that kids can ask. And I think that's really what we're going after in the field of education. We want to really lead kids to ask more questions, to become empathetic, to have a lot of experiences, and that's really what we want as educators, to raise inquisitive, caring, loving, knowledgeable people.
Thank you. Good job, everybody. Yeah, we're done. You want a hug? You want a hug too? You get a hug too. Oh. Okay, be careful. We're not smushing everybody, right?